First at 10, a D.C. neighborhood shaken by a deadly shooting. A man gunned down in the middle of the afternoon right near homes, businesses, and also a post office.
It is our big story tonight here at 10 o'clock. Shamari Stone's in Southeast with the latest on the investigation.
Tonight, I'm in an elderly man's home where he likes to sit back on this sofa and watch old westerns, cowboys shooting at each other, he says. But he heard real gunfire just outside of his house. He tells me that he is sick and tired of gun violence. Let's show you video from the scene. CSI collecting shell casings and other evidence in brown paper bags. Tonight, homicide detectives telling us around 3 o'clock this afternoon, police respond out here on the 600 block of Southern Avenue Southeast, outside the U.S. Post Office, for the report of a shooting. Police finding the man suffering with gunshot wounds. D.C. Fire and EMS trying to save his life, but he dies on the scene. Police shutting down the street as they process the crime scene, causing metro buses to take an alternate route. You're now going to hear from a USPS manager who is concerned about employees delivering mail in the area, and the elderly man who's concerned about gun violence.
I heard 2 gunshots, so I looked out the window and I didn't see anything. I mean, I didn't go to the window because I can see out there across the street. And I say about 5 or 10 minutes, then I saw all the police cars show up in the front and front of the post office.
It was just terrible. Just to find out somebody got shot right out in front of the post office, it just threw me off guard. It was just terrible.
And tonight, D.C. police have not released the name or age of the man who died or a motive in this case. Keep in mind, this is still early in the investigation. Call D.C. police if you have any information about this murder. I'm Shamari Stone. Back to you.
Well, it was pretty much a picture-perfect June day across the DMV as we take a live look tonight at the situation in Rockville. But get ready because the heat and humidity, they're about to turn up.
What's going on, Mike?
Yeah, we're getting ready. I mean, we're going to turn up that humidity tomorrow. You're certainly going to notice it a lot more. The heat, a little slower over the next couple of days, but it will. Because of humidity, it makes it feel hotter outside, as Angie mentioned. About where we should be for this time of year, near a perfect June day. 1 degree above the seasonal average, 84. What we're missing so far this June, rain. We, of course, didn't have any today. We've had none at all this month at Reagan National Airport, though we think that may change in the days ahead as the chances for some showers and even some thunderstorms, a few of which could be strong, do accompany the heat and humidity that's working its way into the D.C. region. Tonight, quiet night still, at least in the immediate D.C. area. It is 77 Reagan National, Dulles sitting at 76, BWI Thurgood Marshall 72 degrees with humidity starting to rise. We're not going to see those temperatures cool off quite as much tonight as they have the last couple of nights in the D.C. region. Satellite radar looks pretty active to the north and west. A lot of this, though, not hitting the ground. We go in the storm tracker radar. That actually is getting what is hitting the ground. And there's a couple of raindrops up near, say, Frederick, southern portions of Frederick County and the city of Frederick, and trying to get into southern portions of Carroll, a little bit of Howard there, but not a lot of rain actually hitting the ground at this hour in those northwest zones. That may change as early as tomorrow morning in a few spots, and then later on tomorrow afternoon, we'll have to watch out for some showers and storms that could come along with that heat and humidity. Expecting severe weather outbreak across portions of the upper Midwest. Around the D.C. area, more hit and miss variety storms, but just because of the amount of warmth and humidity heading into the D.C. region, atmosphere will be very unstable. So a couple of those storms could go severe. We'll give you the breakdown hour by hour coming your way. Your future cast in just a few more minutes. Guys?
The U.S. military carrying out airstrikes on Iran today after an Army helicopter crashed near the Strait of Hormuz. President Trump blamed Iran for the crash. It was a collision between an Apache helicopter and an Iranian drone. Both U.S. service members were safely rescued by a Navy drone boat, but Tehran's already vowing to respond to the strikes. This complicates efforts for a permanent ceasefire in the Iran war, which has led to fuel prices spiking here in the U.S.
1 person is dead, 2 others hurt after this crash in Springfield, Virginia. It happened along Old Keene Mill Road and Tiverton Drive just after 3 o'clock this afternoon. Police say that the driver of the car hit a guardrail. That woman died at the scene and 2 other passengers were hurt. One of the people who was injured is still dealing with life-threatening injuries. 2 dogs inside of the car were also hurt. Old Keene Mill Road is back open tonight, but this after being closed for hours. And the driver accused of causing a deadly I-95 bus crash in Stafford County is in jail. Today, the hospital released 48-year-old Jing Dong. He faces 5 felony counts of involuntary manslaughter and is being held without bond. Investigators say Dong never hit the brakes before plowing the bus with 34 passengers into half a dozen cars, slowing in a construction zone. 5 people were killed and 44 others were hurt.
One thing that matters here is if there's some form of guilty plea to this action, that helps the families tremendously because it basically ices liability in terms of the civil context, which is very tricky in Virginia because of contributory negligence.
Well, Dong is scheduled for 2 court appearances tomorrow morning.
A man accused of kidnapping a family friend with a knife is now in custody after a police chase across several states. Herndon police arrested 25-year-old Christian Alvarenga this morning. He allegedly attacked his family and kidnapped a family friend over the weekend, driving away in the victim's Jeep. Officers chased the Jeep across Northern Virginia, D.C., and Maryland before finding the Jeep and the victim unharmed in Oxon Hill. He's facing charges including robbery, carjacking, and abduction. An Italian woman pleading guilty to drunk driving into the CIA headquarters. Monia Spadero faces up to 5 years in prison for the early morning crash last year. Police tried to pull her over, but she kept on driving, switching lanes back and forth, almost hitting a police officer who tried to shoot at her. Her blood alcohol was more than double the legal limit, and she has 2 previous convictions for driving under the influence.
The Montgomery County Council now weighing a bill that would ban wear and carry permit holders from walking around with a gun within 100 yards of most public buildings. It's in response to a Maryland Supreme Court decision back in April to strike down a similar bill. The court ruled it was a problem for people with a state license who are traveling on highways near public buildings. Some gun rights advocates pushing back against the bill during a council hearing today.
Stop wasting our money to restrict our freedoms. Pass Bill 23-26, fix your unconstitutional review process, and open your legal books to the public to show taxpayers exactly what your legal errors are costing us.
At least one gun rights group vowed to sue the county if the council passes the proposed bill.
Loudoun County Superintendent of Schools heads to Capitol Hill tomorrow to face lawmakers. The hearing follows a series of cases involving students accused of illegal recordings inside school facilities.
These incidents have also drawn the attention of the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights. Fox 5's Regina Ureta joins us live outside of the Loudoun County Public School headquarters in Ashburn with the very latest. Hi, Regina.
Hey, Jim and Angie. Well, House Republicans are expected to question Loudoun County Superintendent Dr. Aaron Spence over policies that have sparked concern among parents. Now, Spence has been called to testify in front of Congress because of serious incidents happening within the district. Take a look. We recently learned that school officials investigated a Freedom High School student accused of secretly taking illegal photos and videos of dozens of underage students inside bathroom stalls over a 3-year period. Just last month, that student was charged by the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office, but has not been identified because they are a juvenile. Then in March of 2025, a transgender student at Stonebridge High School claimed harassment and recorded interactions inside the boys' locker room as evidence. Some parents have accused district leaders of failing to communicate these incidents quickly and transparently, raising questions about trust and accountability. We spoke with several parents near Freedom High School about their thoughts on the district's leadership.
I think school boards in general, they try and control everything. They want control of the kids.
So far we're loving it. We only have a soon to be third grader, so we don't have any complaints.
I think it more starts with parents more than it does the schools, but I think that that's it's just my personal kind of opinion.
Normally what you expect is if they know something, just come up clean and be clear at front at the beginning, not later on when everybody knows about it.
And tomorrow's hearing will be held by the U.S. House Education and Workforce Committee. It's being chaired by Michigan Republican Congressman Tim Walberg. Walberg recently criticized Dr. Spence and Loudoun County Public Schools, claiming the district has promoted gender ideology, even accusing the superintendent of child neglect. Fox 5 reached out to Loudoun County Public Schools ahead of the hearing. In a written statement, the school district said the Loudoun County School Board is deeply concerned by recent public comments made by the chairman of the House House Education and Workforce Committee that call into question the work of Loudoun County Public Schools ahead of Superintendent Dr. Aaron Spence's testimony before the committee. These remarks do not reflect the reality in our schools and risk undermining the important work taking place each day in support of students, staff, and families across the division. Now, the hearing is scheduled for tomorrow at 10:15 a.m. We are keeping a close eye on this hearing, and we'll be bringing you the latest developments. Back to you.
More controversy for D.C. Councilmember Trayon White. D.C.'s Ethics Board is ordering White to pay $900 in fines after he failed to make personal financial disclosures over the last 2 years. Council unanimously voted to expel White in 2024 after he allegedly took $35,000 in bribes, but he won a special election last year to win his former seat back.
DC Water launching an emergency repair project Monday to fix a deteriorated sewer line in the Potomac. Crews will repair 1,700 feet of the Potomac Interceptor in the Pennyfield Lock area. This to protect downstream drinking water supplies from a potential leak. Now, this comes after January's massive sewage spill in the Potomac River after a break in the interceptor along the Claire Barton Parkway. This time, officials say the risk of failure is low, but work is expected to go on through September.